Well, lads, for you weebs out there, we are in fact playing as the Japanese today. The Japanese are a little bit unique because they start out with isolationism, which basically means we cannot import or export anything. Whatever we have in our country is all we have in our country. Today, I'm going to be trying to maintain isolationism whilst keeping expansionist policy. How does that work? Well, economically, we're going to stay isolationist, so we're not going to buy or sell anything. But we are going to try and conquer what the Japanese wanted to conquer in World War II. Is that possible with an isolationist economy? I don't know. I just wanted a bit of a challenge and we'll see what I can do. That means that all of our guns have to be produced domestically. If I don't produce any guns, we don't have any guns. If I don't produce any steel for those guns, we don't have that. And resources, well, Japan historically didn't have too many. We've got some in this game, of course, but one of the main reasons for the attack on Pearl Harbor, aside from multiple political factors that I won't even start to go into, was the fact that the Americans had started to clamp down on Japanese resources, meaning the Japanese felt they were backed economically into a corner and had to sort of launch a strike against the US to maintain their imperial ambitions. Please do not take that as a defense of the Japanese politics at all. Clearly, they wanted to import oil and protect their imports and everything else because they wanted to dominate everyone imperialistically. So, not great on that front. So, today we're going to try and achieve those aims whilst not being dependent on anyone but ourselves. That felt pretty succinct. I think that was a good one. Okay. So, a couple of things for that. We're going to need a navy. And we're going to need a modern army. And we're going to be able to produce for all of those things. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. We still have serfdom, traditionalism, and everything else, so it's going to be a lot to do. I honestly don't even know if this is possible. Our military are all terrible. They're all irregular infantry. What about the Qing? What do they have? Because I think invading China early, probably a pretty good idea. Grab access to their natural resources. Yeah, they've got the same. Okay. What about navally? Do we have... Well, I mean, how many did the Qing have navally? 15 flotillas. And we have 0. Alright, well, first things first, we are gonna need to start sorting out our taxation and such. Just feels like an impossible challenge. Okay, well, we're not gonna need convoys. So that's nice. Okay. I don't think we're gonna need a strong economy. I think that we need an economy built for war. So, guns. Which means iron. What are your inputs? Iron and hardwood. Okay. We have no iron mines currently built. Okay. Build a few more construction centers. Bear in mind, we can't import the resources we need to build things. That's also why we need iron and logs immediately. Iron and tools. Right, where's going to be my tooling base? People keep on telling me to use economies of scale. Harvesting tools, we don't actually have any tools. Oh, God. Yeah, not gonna lie, not being able to import things sucks because I'm also gonna have to carefully manage my economy in terms of not just clicking this button, which is what I usually do, and just create hardwood. Because what that will do is stop any softwood from being created, or normal wood. And my guys can't import it, so I'll just trash my economy, so I have to sort of split them in two. And that's really hard to manage. We do create some oil, which will be useful later on. Alright, let's start the process of bringing the rural lot peasants into government. Got the samurai here, they're going to be very, very useful indeed. We can't do anything but abolish serfdom. It's going to radicalize the samurai. Let's give it a go. If they start a civil war, we'll have to back down, obviously. Pursue something else. God, we don't even have a Laith. Well, we've got a Laith. This is miserable. Okay. We don't even have line infantry. Okay. Let's see. We have very few. How many do we need? 45. And how many do we need? I'm actually paying attention. Usually I don't pay attention to specific numbers and I just, you know, build a bunch. But I kind of have to here. Okay, we need 200. How much does each iron mine produce? This is, yeah. I would also highly recommend... Japan as a nation to... We've also dropped 15 places. Oh, God. As a nation to sort of learn the game. Because the isolationism, you really get a feel for the inputs and outputs and how that works. For me personally, that was huge. It took me a while to figure out how to play this game. Even when I was making videos, I still didn't really know what was going on. Especially that first Ottoman one, which is why I kind of want to redo it. But playing as Japan really showed me sort of how it works a little bit better. Alright, once we fix these supply issues, we're going to have a great time. Alright, let's get these tooling workshops done before the iron mines. I also need some decrees. Let's see, is it just grain? Yeah, it's grain, 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 wood. Wood and grain, okay. So we're going to get ourselves some consumption taxes on liquor, which would help balance things out, as well as tobacco. Do I want to go for colonialism? Go straight for, like, Africa? Pretty sure that wasn't, you know, Japanese intentions in World War II, but it's fine. Okay, we're missing tools still. Plus 2.5. So if I switch over to wooden frame, we'll make money, but it's like, yeah, not even remotely close. Well, actually, no, hang on. When that ticks up, we might be more efficient just because of our input shortages to stay wooden for now, whilst we fix the supply issues over here. All right, nice. We have enough tooling workshops now. And so let's see if we can switch over to iron frame. Instant shortage of tools. We need another 30. What I'm looking at here, by the way, is the difference in the discrepancy in the buy and sell orders. So we are lacking 30. And here we are lacking 122. For context, each one of these provides 70. This one provides 78. And so we need like 2-3 more of those once we get the tools up and running. And our tooling industry, wherever the hell I built those, over here, provides how many per week? Well, it's a level 2, and it produces 60. Okay. All right, that's not working. So we're going to switch around our government again and get the Buddhist monks in, because what I want to do is get religious schools. But for that, I need to... I forgot, of course, I need to have serfdom. I always forget that. All right, now it's just iron we have an issue with. Our construction's starting to take off a little bit. We have tons of grain, so we don't need to worry about that. Clothes and furniture, less important to me than anything else. Yes, it's iron. More iron. Of course, this is the point where I would just import it, and we'd be absolutely fine. But unfortunately, no. This is the weird part, right? So it says predicted earnings. So this one says I'm going to earn like 1,000 a week. And this one is going to lose money because it says that tools will increase in price substantially and iron will drop in price. This one's saying tools will increase a little bit. I don't believe the tooltips. Just don't. And central banking, that helps us keep a positive balance. We're going to need this central archives very soon because another thing, which is quite fun, is we have insufficient taxation capacity everywhere. Now, usually you would handle that via building government administrations, right? We're just so over our governing taxation capacity, it's not going to make a difference. But that does mean we have a lot of people not being taxed in our country. So a lot of untapped wealth once we get the technology to tap that wealth. Ah, nice. Trade routes. Woo! Let's just ignore that completely for now. I do want to get this education investment thing ready for when we can abolish serfdom. And I think giving the peasants in power is a good idea because it goes straight to a theocracy. All right, let's try abolishing serfdom again. All right, do we have enough iron now? We do. Okay, perfect. So we have enough iron. So let's get our furniture industry going. Where's going to be a furniture place? This place. Furniture all the way down here. And then textile mills, Kanto. We've already got a couple in Kansai, apparently. Let's do that. We've actually got the number 9 GDP in the world. We start off with that, so I can't really say too much. Or at least claim credit. No, you know what? I will claim credit for it. Wow, guys, look how well we're doing. Our excess of tools. Oh, hang on. What can we do here? Dye workshops with textile mills. That's going to be useless for us. For the simple fact, in fact, we're going to ignore it completely. For the simple fact that we don't have access to dyes and we can't import them because we're sticking to isolationism. Are you sensing a theme? I'll start researching line infantry. The Qing, in the meantime, have been taken out by the British. We have a long way to go before we can think about invading anyone. First, we need to build up our army, and then we also need a competent navy. So we need to build about at least 20 flotillas of like the highest quality, and then our armies need to be of high quality as well, because, well, the Qing have 1,200. 1,200. I mean, admittedly, they're 1,100. They're the worst of the worst, and we have 105, which means it's going to be very expensive for us to switch over. We don't need 105. We probably need 50. 50 good troops. 50 good men with like decent guns. Again, it's quality over quantity. Look what the British are doing right now to Beijing. It took me a while to realize that, especially in that first Ottoman game and a couple of the other ones. The Ottomans, by the way, have been split in twain. I would just sort of, especially Sokoto as well, I would conscript everything and then just throw men at the front line thinking it was like a numbers game when it's just not. You will constantly lose like that. Okay, we don't need luxury furniture. We just want non-luxury. I don't really have the capability for hardwood right now. Though apparently I'd lose a lot of money. Okay. Okay, we've got 6 logging camps up here. Where else have we got logging camps? 2 here. Okay, the logging camps in Chubu. I need to get like a notepad and pen. You know what? Got my notepad. This actually has my notes from my lectures. Ignore my chicken scrawl. That's how I write. But screw the lectures. We are going to... That's a lot of notes. We're going to start from the back, and I'm going to write down this stuff. That's right. Some people do this on Excel spreadsheets. Not me. I do it on pen and paper. So, let's write this down. All right, so Chubu is going to be my hardwood production. Okay. God, there's a moment. Like, there's nerdiness, and then there's writing out notes for a Paradox game. It already is my hardwood production. Cool. I have tools, so I can go sawmills on you. In fact, let's go sawmills on everything. And then we'll just match demand. All right, tube is going to be like just hardwood, which means you are going to be softwood. All right, we're going to forward a few more construction centers. All right, they lost the Opium Wars, and that forces their market opening. Mistaken enemy. Yeah, after the Europeans came and kicked your ass, maybe our like thousands of years of shared animosity, it doesn't seem so important. I will be taking Korea though. All right, and I'm thinking down south we'll sort out our guns. Okay, we need more hardwood. More hardwood, and we're going to need more tools. Let's get rid of the rest of these textile mills. Tools are apparently super expensive. And let's just keep building in Chubu. So Chubu has hardwood and tools. We need to select 2 states for our arms industries. One probably in Kyushu is going to build the small arms, and then up here, Tohoku is going to be our... okay, let's go. Our artillery. Tohoku artillery. Just because I won't be able to see this at a glance. Kyushu small arms. Right, the reason I'm doing that is because, like you saw with hardwood and softwood, you have to go in individually. And I could be doing this in a really stupid way, but you have to go in individually. I've just realized I'm gesturing with the pen now. You have to go in individually and select what you want it to do. So I'll have my arms industries up here, which are the same building, create artillery, and the ones down here create small arms to create like a nice little balance. We've only got 3 months left on mechanical tools, so we'll do that. Atmospheric engine. And then we need to start building coal mines when I switch over. Isolated economy. Why would I? Well, like this is such like a finicky challenge. Because my initial thought was, okay, we'll just open up the markets. But then I thought I don't know. I feel like it's more fun, or more of a challenge at least, to do this still isolationist. Right. So we have a slight positive on you. We're gonna need some coal mines now when I switch over. So let's start doing that. Kyushu is gonna be the place for coal. I don't need to write that down. Switch over atmospheric engine. We'll have plenty of iron then. And we'll start our stealing industry. Ow. I hit myself in the face with a pen. Good job, Laith. Do some slaughterhouses. That'll use up a lot of tools. But it'll produce a lot of meat. Which traditionally the Japanese didn't eat much of at this point. I don't think. It cost me 11k and we do not have the arms industry for that. That's fine. Construction is going to switch over to wooden frame buildings whilst we make more money. Support more declared interests. I could support 1. Well, traditionally, the Japanese would go for Korea first. So let's try and follow a somewhat historical path, right? Tells me we have to fight the Russians. Well, navally at least. All right. Let's... I don't want to... That will radicalize them, though, surely. I need this abolished now. Yeah, no, Korea. Get rid of government wages as well, because we have enough bureaucracy. I'd rather use it for construction. Iron frame buildings. Should be enough coal mines to satisfy our needs. And then let's go back to making clothes. And we're making money because of that. We spend a lot of money on iron for these construction stuff. That's where it counts from the 18k. Okay. Make iron super cheap. But that does mean our iron mines are very profitable at this point in time. But anything using iron, like our steel, whilst we're constructing things, will just tank. Because like I said, I can't ebb and flow with the market as well because it's just my market. 2% success. Watch. Okay, well, it goes up to 12. I'll take that. Okay, we're going to need a ton more iron, I think. Well, actually, having said that, after this tech, what's the increased output? This is the most like I'll ever do for this kind of game. 160 more. Is that per factory? This isn't our only iron mine, is it? It is, okay. So yeah, 160 in total. Wait, do we produce dye? Where do we produce dye? We do. From where? Dye. We actually have like dye plantations? Okay, well, that changes things. That does mean that we can shift our textile mills over to dye workshops. Switch you over to lathes. We don't have the iron to sustain pig iron tools. All right, what's the market looking like now? We need more tools. That's going to go up to 120. What's our demand for iron if we do this? We need 180 more. So we're going to need a couple more mines. So for those of you who wanted more of a min-maxy kind of thing, because I don't know, I have this reputation as someone who just blunders through games. Haha, look at this, and it's quite fun to do that. But boys, I can do the pen and paper route as well. I can min-max. Not very well usually, but I have that capability. Oh, serfdom, right? Nice. Okay, that's good. That's gonna radicalize the shogunate, but that's okay. All right, with that we can do religious schools whilst everything comes down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're doing all right. And it'll adjust. We should have enough If I did it correctly, we should have enough. We do. Okay, so it's not coal we need. Then what we do is we go over here and we switch our tooling industry over to pig iron tools. I'm actually planning the economy, boys. Like I said, I have the capability to actually, you know, try. Okay, coal is now super cheap. Perfect. Our tooling workshops, where are they? Are also profitable. All right, and now I'm going to shift over to steel. Where should I put our steel? Kansai. And then I'll switch over to steel tools. Because we're going to need steel, and we're going to need a lot, specifically a lot of tools to sort of have the sheer quantity of shipping yards and that sort of stuff we're going to want. Actually, I have a lot of loyalists. Look at that. That's great to see. The standard of living's going up. Right, romanticism's done. Right, we'll go straight in for railways. I think after that, we'll start focusing on military stuff. So now we're going to have a tooling shortage just because I want to see the sheer quantity that we need. Missing 115. How much do you produce a week? 38. Okay. Ooh, university. Lovely. So we want to see coal and iron being super cheap. Steel's expensive. We'll bring that price down. And tools. Look at that. We should have a sheer surplus of tools. Yeah. All right. Our base economy is quite nice right now. Use this chance to switch over and get more services, which means we're going to need some glass. Where's going to be our glass place? This one. I think we can get a couple more construction sectors. I like spraying these out, even though it's not the right thing to do. I just like having peasants all over the place. Look at atmospheric engine. Yep, give me that progress on railways, please. Oh, look at that GDP spike. Let's go. Meanwhile, Britain has completely invaded France. I am very happy about this. What's this war for? You're just trying to subjugate the neutral states and humiliate France. Nice. All right, we're going to need the sewing machines textile mills to try and get that up and running. We have a deficit of glass, which should go away soon. I want to get leaded glass, so we're going to build some lead mines. Can you feel that? It's all bubbling up. The economy's starting to grind. The loyalists are ready. And pretty soon we're going to start creating our arms industry. And it's going to be beautiful. I do want central archives, because then I can switch over to filing cabinets, which we're going to need for our increased education institution, because we're going to need a highly educated populace. Because migration isn't allowed. All right. Manufacturing, resource, manufacturing, resource. We're just looking at the decrees. So that was resource. This lot are all manufacturing. You are still grain. Buildings. I don't know how much this is going to affect. I didn't check the numbers. Is there an import shortage of lead? We are going to need more dyes, though. Once this increased taxation capacity hits, oh, it's going to be different. We're going to need to make sure we have the paper to be able to sustain that. And I don't think that we do. We don't. Okay. We still don't have any wood. Wood is required for paper. Therefore, we're going to need more. I need the soft one. Which one's the soft one? Well, it's just this one. It's just tubu that's the hardwood. So anywhere else, really. And that's why you take notes, kids. All right, this will be a really good... Oh, no. It's a tributary of Great Qing. I'd say this would be a really good test. Because they don't have any flotillas. But if they're a tributary, then... Yeah, pretty screwed. Where's the new taxation laws? I think I could just do it. Account taxation, what do I need for that? I need to make sure I don't have traditionalism. Yeah, switch over to agrarianism. Then we can afford the army. Because that'll be a difference of... Let me check. Bear with. Yeah, 8k, which would be enough to cover it. But it's 8k. Bear in mind, that's right now. And then think about the taxation waste later. Because, you know, some places I can only tax at a 20% efficiency. So we could get another, you know, 70% from our populace. Those will be the days. Build a railway here. Yeah, let's not build any more arms industries here if we can't afford them. Yeah, there's no demand for guns right now. And obviously, we're not selling them. All right, we're losing money. Switch over to the wooden buildings. Shogun intervenes. We will take that. 20% chance is a pretty decent one. Okay, if I want to build a railway, I'm going to need... Finally, we can get central archives. Fabric. Ugh. The first railway's been built. I want to know where it's getting these 3 engines from. You know, 5 engines, because we don't produce any. The Qing now only has 700. Has 700 battalions. Wait, let's have a look at our guy. Is he a good general, potentially? No. Right, you lot. Defensive strategist. We need an offensive guy. Turns out we have one. He is disliked, though. That's not good. Migration attraction. We don't want migration attraction. We want people to stay where they are. And there we go. We've got agrarianism. So now we switch over to per capita taxation, which will pay for our army. And then we can go from there. All right, I want you focusing on cannons. Because we're building plantations, people are supporting it, you know, financially. Okay, we are going to need some more government administration. So need paper. Believe I did make some wood stuff, so we should be fine on that front. Seems like it's raining over Tuba. Either that or we've been invaded by invisible aliens. It's a nice change from them always picking the US to invade. Right, I did pick tax cuts for the next 2 years, which presumably was a mistake. That's okay. Mexico seems to have stood up to the US. They've done quite well. They've done very well, in fact. The US is in turmoil. Did they lose a war? The GDP's gone a bit haywire. In fact, let's check the GDP. Yeah, we're ahead of the Ottomans. We're just 10 mil away from the Russians now. All right, and there's the taxation capacity, which should help us quite a bit. Moreover, when I switch our government stuff over to this, it gives us a bunch more. Central archives have been completed. Now, do we have a... Is paper expensive is the key part. Like, yeah, it is. Okay, so that was the right move. We have sulfur? Oh, man, we have sulfur. We got plenty of resources. All right, I do need to make sure that we're building railways. Steel is not expensive. Oh, that was what I was meant to do. Oh, we already have steel tools. Okay. Sulfite pulping would produce 270 more paper. So let's do that. This one's our resource-based one. So we'll go for 5 of those. There we go. Central banking, technically. But I think it is time for us to start focusing more militarily. We'll get skirmish infantry right away. Now, for skirmish infantry, we need ammunition. For ammunition, we need chemical plants and ammunition plants. So that's going to be kind of tricky. Very tricky, in fact. All right, we're going to switch over to transportation. Should then mean that we can do things like... Oh, in fact, tools are really cheap, aren't they? Let's get harvesting tools going. You eat more grain, but produce more fertilizer. That's good for us because we're going to switch over our grain stuff to needing fertilizer. All right, that's a lot of changes very, very quickly. But we do have the excess of tools, raw industry, steel. That's all good. We need more fertilizer. All right, what produces fertilizer? Chemical plants. And that requires iron and sulfur, so that will go quite well. Where should be our... main plant for that? Kansai? Let's go Kansai. Chemical plants. We need them anyway for the explosives, for the ammunition. Because that's the thing, when you're staying isolationist, you can't just go, right, let's just attack someone. You need to have your entire economy set up, because the second we declare war and start taking losses and whatever, if we run out of resources, if the demand on our economy is too great, because right now, look at this arms industry makes nothing, because there's no demand for guns. The second that we're in a war, and we're not going to know this until we declare war, and we need that stuff, it's over for us. It's done. And we need fertilizer. And handily, per capita taxation is passed. This is these fertilizers are done. Okay. Now we're going to switch over to that. So, with this, we can go over and get sulfite pulping, which should drop the price of our government administration quite nicely. All right. And with 58,000 a tick, and a little bump to our economy, it is finally time we make this switch to line infantry and mobile artillery. Suddenly you have your work cut out for you, huh? Okay, we need more wood, it appears to me. And over here, yeah, more hardwood. This is our hardwood, right? Chubu is hardwood. I also want to start getting our samurais on side. Because if we can get them loyal, that's a plus 15%. The easiest way for us to do that is to switch over to a professional army. All right, we'll build a railway in each province. They make us money anyway. And we're also going to need some government administration. Skirmish infantry is done. We're creating explosives, but I have not created an ammunition plant yet. What do we want here? Ammunition plants. There we go. See, it's all coming together, boys. Have no fear. We're also going to need shipyards to build the required naval stuff. So where's going to be our shipyard stuff? I like the idea of Kansai. It's in the middle. We're not going to need any convoys anyway, so we'll get you 10. It's a bit excessive, I think. We'll do 5 and we'll play by ear. Yeah, 4 will do. Alright, and let's get some more construction sectors going now that we're a bit richer. National Army doesn't seem like it's going to pass. It's a shame because I rather need it to. As you can see here, our national expenses are getting taken care of by the revenue because the industrialists are emphatically loyal. Well, they were emphatically loyal. But the samurai are loyal. That will do me a lot better. Iron apparently is expensive. Oh, God, we have no iron. Okay. How are you guys doing? Able to manage demand? I believe they are. Everyone is fully stocked up. In fact, it's cheap. Nice. So they've got plus 40 offense and plus 51 defense. Let's see. Or are we mildly modernized? Yeah, it's not working. Okay, let's focus on something else for a little bit. Increased workforce ratio. Nice. I suppose women's rights are nice as well. Now we need a navy. A modern navy. Well, it's going to be our naval base. Makes sense to put it in the same place as the shipyards, right? 15. How many do we need to go up against Qing? They've got 67. 67. The Spanish... Philippines has nothing, but that's the Spanish. Dore has none. So we can test out our machinations over there. It's the Dutch. What about you? The Dutch have no flotillas, so they can't actually defend. So flotillas are used, or flotillas are used to obviously do naval invasions, but you can also suffocate a nation. And more importantly, perhaps, you can support naval invasions so that they don't starve, because otherwise you'll get the insufficient naval landing penalty, which is something I didn't understand. So I would launch a naval invasion, they'd have like 2 offense, but that's because you need a navy to back it up. Otherwise, they are just sort of... Imagine encircled troops in Hoi 4. or attrition in CK3, or I suppose we don't really have something like that in evil. Okay, so I got told that provided the radicalism is lower than 100, they won't actually revolt. Yes, nice, okay, cool. All right, there go the shipyards. And I want military shipbuilding. We don't need clippers. We need man of wars. And we've got property women. Just realized on its own as an isolated clip, that just sounds like I'm celebrating property. No, that's an increase in rights. You don't understand. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. The leader of the Buddhist monks is a bit of a scandalous man. I have to bring the samurai into government again. 2% chance, still worth a shot. Right, and we can get munition plants. Now, weirdly enough, I found that from my... Oh, the camera's gone out of focus, that's what I found. Weirdly enough, from my days of conquering India, conquering Britain as India, which is a great video if you haven't watched it, I found that the British don't actually upgrade from normal ships to ironclads, which is a bit strange. Let's see if they've done it here. Anyways, they also don't typically have the ability to. Okay, so they have escort frigates, commerce raiders, and man of wars. But they also don't have the shipping to be able to do that, because barely anyone produces military ships. Oh, I've got nothing under construction. Ooh, let's do this. That makes iron worthless. Yeah, we have a huge surplus of iron. Huge surplus of steel. I don't want to subsidize the railways. For the simple fact that I can go over here and get, for example, coal, go rail transportation, and that will increase their profitability. I want it to be a bit more profitable than that. Let's go over to dye plantations. That's all the base resources we need. What about the military stuff? Need more artillery. Let's go over to our artillery one. Pump it up twice. Oh, our shipping should be done. There's our naval base. Why don't you have any man of wars? The shipyards aren't producing them. There is a... What? Man of wars are super cheap, despite the fact there's a clear demand for them. But it needs them. There's no one employed. Why is there no one employed? Do we just not know how to work boats? Yeah, we don't have any officers. Or servicemen. Why? Probably because their wages are so low. Let's make the wages super high. Let's see, does that... Yeah, okay, nice. Very slowly indeed. People are trickling in. Okay, apparently we still can't do that. Can switch over to interventionism though. Coal and tools. Well, those are two things we can do. Sewing machines, wonderful. It's going to consume more tools, more fabric, more everything. Get mechanized looms. Let's get a water tube boiler. Mechanized workshops. So we're trying to force people into the Navy. Why can't we get the press gangs going? 800. Why? Okay, I don't understand how I can't force people in here. They're joining the army, and that requires officers and servicemen. So why are you not joining the Navy? Okay, let me try building a naval base elsewhere. Maybe I have to spread out naval bases. Because if there's a cap on the amount of people that they can hire, for whatever reason, this would be the case. So let me check that out. Because then I got to spread out my boys. Okay, let's have a look. Naval base. I have 6 guys in the entire Navy. I built a whole ass shipping industry for this. All right, we need grain and fabric now. All right, we've got power of the purse. Now we want a screw frigate. 640 and reserves. If I recruit an admiral, I want to go for the bigoted convoy raider. All right, and we get him to patrol the coast. Then surely there's a demand for it, right? Right? It's increasing slowly. Okay, well, I'm glad I did this in advance then. Right. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was a munitions plant. Where should we put the munitions plant? In the Kanto. 5 of them. And another railway. 2 more of these. I'm ordering. And we're not going to war anytime soon, so I'm going to switch over to this stuff now. And then hopefully it'll show us exactly how many we need. Oh, finally. Okay, that's good. Right, professional army. Now, I'm thinking that would maybe make you want to join a bit more? No? Cool. Okay, right. Is that the munitions plants done? Over here. The explosives. Where's our chemical plants? Ah, right. There we go. Producing explosives. You're getting explosives. You're producing ammunition. Good. Which means the barracks should start to get the stuff it needs. Yes. Okay, right. We've got ammunition. Ammunition. We've got cannons. We've got guns. We have the wages, which are like ridiculously high. We're trying to encourage people to join the Navy. We actually have 9 flotillas, and so I think we might be ready for our test run against the Dore. Although part of me doesn't want to do a test run. Part of me just wants to like launch in to the Qing. They got 76, and we don't have ironclads. If we had ironclads, I'd do it. They got 14 and 14, right? We have 28 and 28. It is double, but it's not like that significant. Right, anywhere that only has 1, we want 2 in. Okay, we need more wood. Is it more hardwood or more normal wood? I think it's normal wood. Hardwood, we are kind of okay. And we need more glass, sulfur, steel. Right, more steel, more fabric, more wood. Build some gold mines, because why not? Fabric. Okay. Resource boom. Nice. You want public schools? Plus 20% education access. That sounds good to me. Right, how far are we behind the Prussians now? 30 million. Okay, we're 20 million behind the US. We were 10 million behind the Prussians. But to be fair, the Prussians have been annexing other Germans. We're 20 million ahead of the Ottomans, which was our last point of reference. But then again, the Ottomans aren't exactly the best of nations in this playthrough. It looks like... Okay, this is a hell of a fight. The French are fighting the Egyptians, who have actually climbed up the coast. I like that. Oh no, France is taking over Tunis. We still beat you in football. Anyway, they want to conquer Crete, a Libyan treaty port, and return Aleppo to the Ottomans. The Egyptians want French war reparations. The two Sicilies want to ban slavery in the Zulu. And the Greeks want to return Thessaly. And the Russians are there as well. That's a hell of a war. Okay, France wants to humiliate Russia. That is a global conflict. Jesus Christ. This is why we're isolationist. I'm just gonna nip off the top. Now, I can probably land if I fight Korea. Or they've got a defensive pact with the Russians. I will say that the geopolitics in this game makes 0 sense. If you're looking for that, it's not gonna happen. Alright, we do need better tech, and so for better tech, we need universities. So I'm going to build a bunch of universities all over the place. Oh, we've got public schools. Wonderful. Now can we try and switch over to interventionism? That's a decent chance, 14%. So it looks like in 868, wow, that's really convenient. It is 868 now, was when the Meiji Restoration, which brought back imperial rule to Japan. And that changed Japan from being a feudal society to having a market economy. All right. I think they're pretty much one of the only nations to actually modernize themselves. Usually it was like a European power coming in, doing something, and then inevitably screwing something up and like forcing modernization. I think it was the first time that the Japanese went, yo, they got guns. We should have guns. In stark contrast to the Qing, who were like, yes, everyone must bow before... Oh god, they've got guns. Everyone should bow before me. That's a joke, obviously. The Japanese had guns. They had arquebusiers and stuff. But we're talking like modern naval capacities. Gunboat diplomacy, that sort of stuff. It does not appear that my railways are that profitable. So I need to make them profitable by firing people and using rail transportation. Hopefully that will spike usage of the railways. It does. Excellent. So figure out how to make a can opener. That's nice. And our economy, quite simply, is exploding, which is good. Interventionism? 13.5%? Yes? No? Okay. 33% sounds good, though. New South Wales, a thing. Russia has taken the southern part of New Zealand? Sure. Ah, there we go. Mexico's been split into 2. Well, I'd say split into 2. More like 1 and Colorado. That is actually really devastating because they have no market access there. I don't know how they're going to reconcile that in this game. Because splitting a country in 2, you just suffocate that side of the market unless it has a port. Who won here? Might have been a white peas. Oh, they're still fighting. Okay. Looks like the French won out. They've got 113,000 dead. Right, we're building a bunch of universities now, so our innovation should slowly start to increase. It was 55 when I first started this process. Right, we now have 16 naval base department. Still haven't employed everyone that we need to employ. What about you? All right, at least you have. Right, I'm going to risk nipping to the bathroom and hoping that the game doesn't collapse whilst they go. Oh, my country's still here. That's nice. And my innovation has basically doubled. Right, one more academics than I do clergymen, so let's get that going. The tube boiler. Yep, let's do that. The Bessemer process going. Shipyards should all be doing military shipbuilding and reinforced ships. Right, this is going to damage my economy. All right, we've done rifling. Get some tech on repeaters. Okay, what are we lacking? Grain, loads of coal, some engines. Okay, our economy actually hasn't collapsed. Nice. Okay, some engines, more coal. Uh-oh, that's our hardwood production. Okay, Kansai is going to be another hardwood production site. Before I forget. Coal, we need glass as well. Glass, silk. Got a bunch of furniture, though. Glass, silk, grain. Jesus, there's a lot of things I need to do here. Come on, interventionism. Let's go. Ugh. Right, 783 battalions. Are you still using 6 offense, 5 defense? What about you? Yeah, you do as well. So they've got 6 and 9 versus our 45 and 50. We could literally take on an army 10 times our size, which is convenient because it will be 10 times our size. It's the admirals I'm worried about. We also need another general. And let's promote him so we can do 40. This guy's an expert offensive planner. Let's get more on him. And if we've got an army of 65 invading, we're going to need a navy of 65. Build up to the max. That's everything here. No, I don't want to defensive pact with you, which means we can go into ironclad. Once we get the ironclads, that's when we'll launch the invasions. Because we can probably beat most navies in that case. Right, how far behind are we now? 10 mil? from the Russians, but I think they're embroiled in a war. 20 mil off the USA still. The ironclad's gonna make all the difference. You'll see. You'll see. I know you doubting me looking at your monitor right now, Dave. I don't know why Dave is just the name that comes to mind when I just think of the audience as a collective. Must be something American, doesn't it? I suppose Chad is a bit overused. What's it? But like, what's overused? What's an American name? I'm gonna check. Apparently James is. All right, James. All right, up here we can switch over you to be smoothbores. Even more cannons, I believe. It's one naval base still isn't fully employed. It's creeping up there. Very glad I didn't rush this, because otherwise I'd have a terrible economy. The peasants don't like this, so let's get the peasants out of government. Peasants aren't even in government, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's get some groceries going. Increase that GDP. Ah, there we go. Steamships. And let's get some shrapnel artillery going. Ironclads. There we go. Means we need ammunition, that's good. And we need ironclads from our shipyards. Wait, I can't create ironclads. How do I make ironclads? Ah, here we go. You know what? Wait, what? I can't actually build ironclads. Oh, I need steamships first. Okay, that makes sense. So steamships first, and then from there I can make extensive military shipbuilding. Okay, for you, you need clippers. Get some steam trawlers. There you go. I've accidentally made my fishing industry a lot better, and my whaling industry. All right, let's check, make sure the naval bases actually have all the equipment they need. They do. And that gives us 26 offense, but that's scaled, so it'll be about 50 offense and defense. For context, the British, who ostensibly have the best navy in the world, are struggling to build steamers, which means, to me at least, that, yep, they do not have any ironclads. They're still using man of wars. So we got double their offense and defense. We now have the most powerful navy on Earth, if we can get the numbers. Because currently we have 30 ships, and they have 150. The Qing, however, let's have a look at your ships. Surely you suck, right? 25 and 25, so they're the same as the British. They got a lot of them, but they probably can't afford them if we prowl and we start to embargo them. How long do you have unequal treaties for? That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Economic concessions, forced market opening, forced segregation, opium ban. I mean, they've got treaty ports. I don't really want a treaty port. That's the key part, because I don't need to import and export anything because we've built our economy just ourselves. It's a very different kind of game, this, which is always fun. We need more furniture and we need more paper. Furniture, paper, coal, steel, iron, glass, and clippers. Okay, well, we need some clippers. What uses clippers? Oh, the port does. I need gantry cranes. What? Gantry cranes? Ah, over here. Well, we don't really need the port anyway. All right, more iron, more glass, more dyes. So when we hit the cap for our iron, things can get tricky. What we can do is switch over to canneries and patent stills. So we create a bunch of liquor, which we're taxing anyway. GDP goes up, boys. Let's go. Oh, we're about to have better GDP than Prussia. Look, boys, you invest with me. Your money's safe. That's a horrible map in the New World. What the hell? Why is your economy trash? You're notorious. I'm assuming people have blockaded you then. Yeah, there you go. Embargoed from... The thing is, the Dutch don't... Westphalia is a thing. Okay, interesting. The Dutch don't actually have any flotillas, I don't think. Oh, they got 35 now. How good are they? Because you kind of have an empire over here that... I don't know if you know this, but I'm the Japanese, and I kind of need that land. 25 and 20. That's disgusting. Have you fixed your issues yet? No, you haven't. Why can't you produce enough? What's wrong with you? They just can't fix their economies. Let's get some gantry trains going, and we can also get shrapnel artillery now. Oh, true crop failure. Let's help as much as we can. Ah, nice. Interventionism. Wonderful. Right, how are our munitions factories now? Be pretty profitable. Okay. Well, the input's there, which is good. I think let's get some more construction. Ooh, okay. Let's get some more construction sectors going, because our people are paying for this anyway. And they are moderately wealthy. You two up there. What more declared interests? Indonesia and northern China. There we go. Let's keep increasing these naval bases. Max education investment? Yes, please. 6%. Great. Terrible. 60 million GDP. All from an isolated economy. It does work. It doesn't. Don't do that in real life. Not a good idea. What other laws do I even want? Probably proportional taxation. Well, apparently it wouldn't help. Yeah, it wouldn't help, would it? Because we still have insufficient taxation. We can force people to recognize us. We need to do that at some point. We're gonna have to fight the Russians as well. Oh man, this could be hefty. What are your troops like? 35 and 45. 35 and 45. I'm assuming you still suck. Oh, 30 and 40. I might have waited too long. 35. Yeah, everyone else is modernizing their armies now. Fortunately, ours is 1665. But that's suddenly a bit of a difference. I'm scared of the Russian Navy. Really, Austria as well? Okay, we're gonna have to fight Korea because I don't have to fight Austria, the Sikh Empire, and create Qing. Well, to be fair, this way I don't fight Russia. I feel like Austria is definitely scarier than Russia, though. And if we beat up the Russians bad enough, we can probably get them to force, like, recognize us. Ooh, okay, that's upsetting. Of course, they're going to have a front here. Can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because we're going to have 2 fronts. We've got 2 generals. But that does limit our capabilities quite substantially. Down in relation to all these guys. Everyone's amicable with me. Because I've not done anything yet. You'll see. Okay, the Aboriginal Uprising is fighting New South Wales. Come on, my guy, you got this. Ooh, I want to see their politics. Expand core territory. Go on, lads. Then there's the Maori Uprising. They've got an interventionism economy and a presidential republic. With universal suffrage despite the fact they're anarchist. Interesting. Alright, we can shift the ports over now. Not that it mattered too much, I just didn't like the pop-up. We don't have any opium. We can't import it. So we can't actually heal our people. The French #1 GDP yet? The Austrians are having a hell of a game, actually. You'd consume more lead. I think that's a good idea. That was a bad idea. Expel the diplomats of Korea and also Qing. It's going to raise my infamy, so I need to burn that off a little bit, but we're prepping, boys. But this is what I mean. There is no reason for Austria and the Great Qing to have a defensive pact when Russia's friendly with the Great Qing and they're not rivaled. It doesn't make any sense. The Russians and the Portuguese, like, in my opinion, this is my least favorite part of the game. The weird geopolitics that goes on. Like, why do you have a defensive pact with Brazil? What possible reason could you have for that? All right. I want you to be under me, so we will try and fight this. I'm gonna try and force the Russians to recognize us. Let's do that. And let's start going after Manchuria. Thing is, when you say you'll give... Okay. I think I can release nations, right? I've never actually tried this before. I'm pretty sure I can release nations. I definitely can. I've done it before. So why don't we conquer Manchuria and then release it as a puppet state, like the Japanese did. So we are going to attempt to conquer Xinjiang. And we'll take war reparations from the Qing. Not sure why I don't have a front with the Russians here. It's Russian territory. I feel like I should definitely have a front with the Russians. Oh well. Expensive military goods, that's fine. Ammunition's expensive, but it's only increased a little bit. Should be fine on that front. I'm more concerned about this. Alright, boys. Banzai, lads. We're facing a lot over here. The Russians haven't mobilized, which is nice. The Qing definitely have. And a monument to the Shogun. Let's do it to commemorate our eventual victory in this war. Here we go. So, first things first. Naval invasion of Beijing with the one we can actually support. Alright, everything seems good. Our industries are holding, are they? No shortages, correct? Arms industries sufficient. Barracks is good. Alright, there is a naval battle and we utterly rinse them. Oh my god. It's the ironclads, boys. Okay, do we have... Okay, 25% from difficult landing. Alright, we're gonna have to try this one again. Maybe with the larger army. If I check the details, you can see the kill rate. Our kill rate is 29% and their recovery rate is 49. Alright, it's not a terrible start. Alright, let's try with the larger army. I'm pretty sure they won't be efficiently done, but they do have efficiently supported, but they do have better offense. Russians, as of yet, not participating in this war. It says cost of war. Oh, here we go. Another naval battle. Oh my god, it's like, that is disgusting. See, this time we make a landing, boys! Insufficient naval support for sure, but still. And we are in. Now, I need you to escort convoys. High attrition. Yozo Toshusori. Okay, I need you to leave because we can't sustain you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, get out. Okay, suddenly that front is now available. All right, we do push them a bit further. Hopefully we can arrive here before the Russians do. We do not, but we are here now. 78 offense versus their 53 defense. There we go. Split into 2 fronts, whatever reason. Ah, it's a shame. Only 4 of our troops were in the battle. Our guy is escorting convoys. We need more of them, though. All right, what are we lacking? Ammunition, a tad. Clothes, fish, groceries, lead. Let's get the lead mines going first. Lead mines, our ammunition's here, right? Yep. Let's grab 2 of those. And some fishing wharves. The maximum amount in 2 provinces. And then from there, we'll get some groceries. I like how, like, I'm assuming these 2 nations are mobilized hugely, this sort of stuff. We haven't even, like, mobilized our recruits, and we're out here building groceries for our people to go shopping in. We barely know there's a war on. Push the Russians out yet? Oh, it's kind of tricky. For whatever reason, our navy has decided to make land. All right, we've taken Beijing, so stop advancing. For whatever reason, we can't seem... It's got 34% attrition. We can't seem to hold it because of the attrition. They're sinking convoys, and I'm not sure how. Convoy railing, patrolling their coasts. Do better. All right, patrol coast over there. Maybe that'll help. Otherwise, we're going to get turfed out pretty quick. Yes, that's fixed it. Okay, for whatever reason, escorting convoys didn't work, but patrolling the coast has. All right, that should give you a little bit of a chance to recover. There you go. Look at that morale go up. Nice, we got through. It's not easy terrain to get through. We're making it. Need a couple more tools, a couple more engines. Let's get the railways done first, though. As always. No point building more stuff in it if we can't actually access the goods. Oh my god, there's a lot of troops here. See, here's the thing. If I had a second navy, what I'd do right now... Oh god, he's starting to raid again. Yeah, if I had a second navy, it'd be lovely. Because then I could also raid the hell out of the Russians. Which I will do after this, after the Chinese are done. Do I advance? I think I do now. Let's see if we can't push them back some more. There we go. I think this should be the final battle to push them out of Hokkaido. The highest offense in the world is 113. And I believe we have 103. 101. So over here we can see the kill rate of his 9% versus our 29%. So that's pretty good. Over here on this side of things, when we get into a battle we can see. His kill rate is 44%. It's actually really high. It's higher than our kill rate. That might lose us the battle there. Got more attrition. Thing is, there's only 7 convoys here. We should be able to just rinse them. Click escort again. We have to reset it. In the meantime, let's defend the front. So we're in control of Beijing. No, that's not done anything. Control coast. Maybe we have to patrol a different coast. Doesn't make sense why that would be the case, but sure. Nice, they recognized me. And they gave me war operations. I don't see how the Russians from, like, Hokkaido pieced out before the Qing did. I have to patrol this coast? Nope, nope. Oh, God. Patrol that coast. Patrol that coast. Dude, that has done nothing. All right, just hold on. Oh, that's why. No, don't go there. Oh, dude. 99. Come on, we're going to start losing battles soon. Okay, we won. All right, so we only have one... Are we still at war? You're my tributary now, right? What? Dude, I declared this entire war to get you as a tributary, and you didn't switch. We're a great power now anyway. And that actually shot up our GDP because our war industry started booming. And we get 66,000 from diplomatic pacts in war reps. Okay. So how do I go about releasing you as a state? Is it in countries? Ah, release subject. Apparently I can't release you. All right, in which case, welcome to the Japanese Empire. Do you not have a port? You do not. Okay, well, we're gonna have to change that. And what we learned from that is A, we're a great power, and B, whilst we're at war, we're good. We also learned we need a much, much bigger navy. Let's build a maximum amount. Also, we have a lot of money now, so let's get a ton of construction centers, and let's make use of this economic boom we're about to experience, courtesy of the Chinese and the Russians. Oh, man of war shortage. Oh, right, I suppose this is a naval base that requires man of wars. Switch that over, don't you worry. Ironclad. Oh, Jeune École. Right, we've got electricity. Wonderful. All right, like I said, this is not going to last forever. Got about 10 years probably of this, 5 years. So let's not bank our entire economy on it, but also let's not be stingy. All right, Chubu is going to be our hub for electricity. We'll build like 10 there. We declare 3 more interests. Indochina, South China, Australia. Damn, okay, we need more industry. Okay, we need more tools, more coal, more iron. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, that one place has run out of iron. It's fine, we've got more. And with that, we can switch over to electric saws and electric fences. I'm gonna upgrade all this stuff. We'll figure it out if it's an issue. Let's check. Is it an issue? Okay, we've got loads of lead now at least. We have no coal. Oh god. Please tell me coal's next. Coal is not next. Don't panic, Laith. Where's coal? Okay, we're gonna need coal for the electricity. Get paper bleaching. And can we get ourselves electric sawmills? We can. That's gonna result in a shortage. That's fine. Do we have electricity up and running? No. We don't. We're close to getting it up and running, but we don't have it up and running right now. Our economy has shot up though. We're about to overtake the British Raj. We're 10 mil behind the United States. Oh, we just jumped up another place. We're also the number 5 ranked great power. And 1 flotilla in reserve in the North China HQ. That's a different HQ. It's probably a good idea to buff. I'm tempted just to... Whatcha? That's my noise for when I build up something to the max. Whatcha? Vacuum canning. You can get oil as well, so that's more than everyone else has. All right, electricity generation seems to be going well, so this feels like the perfect time to steal the Philippines. Give me this. You want to open the Japanese market? Not on your life, mate. War operations. Who joined you? The Qing did. Yeah, that's not gonna help you, bud. Oh, that would help you quite a bit, because they're gonna raid convoys. Ugh, that's fine. We'll deal with them first. Qing war operations. Screw it. I want Beijing. Liberate Manchuria. Let's do this. All of my stuff is to fight the Qing now. Liberate Ezo. Screw you. You don't even want your stuff back, do you? Give me Cuba. Man's gonna raid convoys on his own. Everyone's leaning Spain. That's fine. Now, according to what I wrote down earlier, you need to make sure to subscribe. I don't make it. It says it right here next to Chubu's hardwood and tools, and Tohoku is the artillery side of things. That's what it says. The amusing thing is, convoy raiding does barely anything to me. Doesn't hurt my economy in any way, shape, or form, really. What's your navy like? You know what? You are going to patrol the coast over here. And with this one dude convoy raiding. It's 1,000 divisions versus my 71. All right. Okay. Yeah. The one guy got rinsed. It's fine. But you can do better later. Just patrol this coast. Oh god, there's sugar shortage. What makes sugar? You make 9. Should probably start using alt click instead of like doing this. Okay. The fronts have split into 2, which is really bad. Raiding here. Just fight him. All right. There we go. Now let's bring back. What the hell happened to your other ships? What the hell happened to your other ships? Oh, they all died. Oh my god. Why is there such bad employment? I just cannot convince people to join the Navy. I've urbanized the Shogunate, which is nice. Alright, send you home. Oh, finally we caught a Navy. Just look at the sheer quantity. Just force people into the Navy. Why can't we force them in? It's not like we're a democracy. Why do people get a choice? Oh, that's the Qing out. Okay. I'm pretty sure one of my generals died. And I'm only going to stick to 20 for this one, because he seems incapable of pressing more people in. It's just... I don't know why. The military is on max wages. There is no reason why they shouldn't, like, flood into here. We have the people. That's costly from bureaucracy point of view, but that's okay. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I think we're losing every time. Our morale is not ticking up because of high attrition, which doesn't really make any sense considering you're meant to be patrolling the coast. Oh, it's because you have 100% attrition per week. Okay, I'll leave then. Makes no sense why you have 100% attrition per week, but okay. Why can't I kill these ships? I didn't realize the Austrians had attacked me. Okay, good luck with that. Yo, just stop raiding me for a little bit. It's the sad thing, I can't stop him from raiding me. Okay, finally. Jesus Christ, we sunk them. All right, now that's out of the way. Is he still raiding? I've just kicked his ass in a battle. How is he still raiding me? Okay, right. I'm gonna say it here. I'm getting salty, boys. I'm getting salty. How, after I've just destroyed him, is he able to raid me? I sunk his navy, and my navy's going down. Okay, I don't know why I have supply now. I switched this guy to raid over here, and this guy to escort, and that seems to have fixed it. This might break everything. We'll use... Oh, do I not have convoys? How do I check how many convoys I have? I've got tons available. That's not it. Oh, you'll just give me everything. There we go. Right, so we took Cuba and the Philippines. Oh god, the Austrians are here. Right, I did not pay attention to my economy at all during that entire thing. We need tools, steel, dyes, fertilizer. Let me write this down. Okay, once I get all of this stuff sorted, should be good to go. Okay, I've got it in order of priority here. If I was taking this super seriously like I was before, I'd probably be writing down amounts as well. You're not creating fertilizer much anymore. Oh, you still are. Okay, cool. I don't think we can even get coffee, so I don't know why they're asking for coffee. All right, so what's the issue over here? Low market access, taxation capacity. Okay, so... You need a port, right? Oh, it's because I'm being raided, realistically, but ports never hurt, do they? Our GDP is 100 million now. We're only behind the Qing by 70 million. We're ahead of the US, finally. Of Austria. What's over here? Oh, the game's bugged out. It's still showing more occupations. Okay, I'm going to say this now. I hate the naval system. I hate it. I hate it. It was fun. It was fun for a little bit when I, like, did the ironclads and stuff with India, but this makes no sense. It shows that he's raiding me. So why can't I just fight him? Is there a random chance thing? Then you look at the naval bases and I just can't get anyone to... Oh, no. So what's wrong with this? We've got no sugar. No sugar because I'm assuming we have no fertilizer. Let's get the fertilizer going first. We have a rubber shortage as well. Well, fortunately, the Philippines should take care of that. Oh, finally. Okay, there we go. Look, he's got 15 defense versus our 87 attack. I'm not going to hold on for war reps. I don't think there's much point. I just want to get out of this war. 6, 5. We need another, like, naval battle. What's the cost of war on this? You've spent 15 million. You've spent 15 million on this. The other navies just disappeared because everyone's unemployed. I enjoy the fact that one Austrian navy has done more damage to me than the combined might of Russia, China, and Spain. What the hell is that? Okay, Revolutionary Prussia. I thought for a second India had invaded. Yeah, I'm not going to get Austrian war operations. It's just white peace. Okay. Let's end it. Oh, thank God. There's a tech around here somewhere for... Plus we need rubber mastication. That'd be great. Electric sewing mills. That's good. Dynamite. That's the one. Because it makes it safe. Because right now, if I use nitroglycerin, you get plus 10%, 30%, and 20% mortality. Whereas this way you just don't. Okay, I want to reload. Save and reload because there's some weird bugs going on. This doesn't bode well. Come on, load game. You got this, buddy. Hey, finally. That took a long time. So did my other admiral die? Or did he just... I think he died. Okay. let's promote you two. Most of my populace doesn't want to be isolationist anymore. No, we started and we will carry on. Okay, so what do we lack in here? Electricity has a lack of engines and we have a lack of railways. Okay, drop 2 in there. I'm pretty sure it's just a general lack of engines versus anything else. Because then that's affecting our... Oh god, the hardwood. Which one's the hardwood? This one's the hardwood. I created another hardwood. Is it this one? Oh, great. Okay, you're softwood. What are you? Softwood? Yushu? Okay, Chubu, Kansai. I'm not sure why my economy is crumbling. Okay, tools are now ridiculously expensive. I hope you're right about this whole economies of scale thing, random commenter. Like there's no turmoil here, because people are actually like, standard living. It's not terrible. Damn, we're missing a lot of infrastructure here. Okay, subsidize you, get the infrastructure up. There's the dynamite, but we're a little bit behind on things like railways. There's an issue in the supply chain somewhere. I need to find it. Yeah, I don't know why the infrastructure here just suddenly killed itself, which has then like hampered the rest of our development, leading to an economic downturn. Which is a fancy way of saying too many people clustered together, death. Weird, because it's our capital state. It's the only place that has an issue. It is fixing itself, though. I suppose that's why you subsidize your railways, boys. What, Britain? You good? What the hell happened for you to drop 50 mil? Right, you good now? Because I'm about to mess up our economy again. Electric sewing machines. And the power looms. And I do need to spread this out a little bit. Get some Beijing going as well. And then suddenly the infrastructure just kills itself again. What's your problem? You got an issue with your oh, it's electricity. Yeah, it makes sense. Are you fully integrated yet? Yes, you are. Nice. You're worth 7 million on your own. How much is my capital worth? 41 million. That's more than most states. All right, we'll get this electricity shortage done soon. I like how I went from like gently increasing and decreasing things to just, right, let's lump. Let's not count this. Let's just go for it and see what happens. All right, dyes electricity. Electricity ain't created. Dyes are working. Now we're just losing coal. And it's at these stages the economy is now going to get real tricky to manage. Because we're so big that we're just like, our demands are going to fluctuate so much. It's kind of hard to scale things up slowly when you're just trying to like burst into the #1 rank. We have overtaken the United States as the #4 great power though. Right, I do want to do this whole Korea thing. Oh yeah, Manchuria, I forgot I did you. So I can't make you my tributary because you're an unrecognized power. Or asked to become. You've confused me now, game. I can take on the debt of the United States. Was that the United States are antagonistic towards me? Shocking. Right, are you starting to actually employ people now? You are. Like I've just been increasing my navy this entire time. Like the army is just so not important to me because they're just good. They've been good since the start of the game. Ooh, can we get opium? No. Where is opium? Yeah, I know I can't have it. I just want to know where it's produced. Sichuan. Okay. So I need to take those territories if I want opium. So I'm having to reload because I didn't realize that the Russians had started a diplomatic play against me. Another gripe I have with this game is that it doesn't tell you when people are trying to attack you. It just sort of like gently says something. Which I think is kind of ridiculous. What the hell is that the Philippines? Oh, I don't want the Philippines involved. That's Cuba. Oh yeah, I forgot I had Cuba. How you doing, lad? Oh, you have islands. That's exactly why we need to be fighting. Oh, give me Sakhalin. I didn't realize you'd already done that. Tonga State, Micronesia, Tahiti, Tonga. I don't know where these places are. Vanuatu, West Micronesia. Dude, 608? Damn. Man really went for quantity over quality. All right, market more coal. Loads more coal. We've run out of places that produce coal. Okay, I have an idea. I just need to exploit the coal more effectively using dynamite. Right, time for the island hopping campaign against the Russians. Ooh, ironclads are expensive. That's interesting. That does mean that our shipyards are probably pretty good. Bump those up then. How he thinks he's going to advance with 35 offense, I have zero idea. Let's go ahead and raid the hell out of him. All right, 47 offense versus 101 defense, and we're getting our asses kicked. There's a much higher kill rate than we do. That's unfortunate. Oh god, the fronts have split into two. Oh, hang on, we're raiding the hell out of them. There we go. This is what we wanted to see. The raiding seems to be working. You know what? Suddenly I like naval combat. Always been a big fan. Look, he's got 0. Nice. There's nothing he can do. Not entirely sure why we are getting more exhaustion than he is, but that's okay. All right, stand by, matey. We're gonna get this lot. Ooh, I can't do a naval invasion with the 45, can I? Because I don't have anyone that belongs to that HQ, which I think is again a little silly. I don't like the HQ system. All right, that's fine. We will naval invade South Island with you, and then you're just gonna continue to raid. Excellent. Army defense and plus 5% kill rate. Remember, war is really good for our economy. Apparently we need opium. Ah. No, I shouldn't need opium. Who needs opium? Conscription center. I don't use conscripts anyway. Why do the conscription centers need opium? It doesn't matter. Like, what? Which conscription centers? None of them need opium. Show it to me. 2 buildings. Show me the buildings. It's here. In Beijing. You filthy ingrates. You're flooding more men here. Surely your attrition hurts way too much. Alright, we've committed ourselves to landing. Taking South Island. Pretty much. Okay, we need more services, more fabric. Electricity is kind of a big one. Let's do that one first. Let's get more steel. Explosive shells. More ammunition. Sure. Government administration, filing, and let's go for a secular administration. We've got the Forbidden City. Nice. And let's get ourselves electric streetlights and public trams. Okay. Now, the lack of electricity is kind of going to be crippling. So, let's get that going. What's the front doing up here? Forced them out yet? Basically. One little thing left. All right. Let's naval invade somewhere else. West, at Kanak. Has he got people raiding? I swear to God. I see single raid, it's not mine. I'm gonna be pissed. And the Russians are out. They also have no way to naval invade over here. So once I kick them out, they're gone. What could be cool is if I get a general over here in the North China HQ. And then you can naval invade. What? Why would I naval invade Russian Hokkaido? It's my land. Not at war with Russia. I am at war with Russia. What are you on about? What's this game? It's breaking. It doesn't know how to do it. It doesn't know how to handle this. Now let's mobilize you. Let's get a naval invasion going of East Micronesia. All right, got another one done. Tonga. Let's go over and naval invade, I don't know, Alaska. Oh, I should have asked for Alaska. That'd be kind of funny. Still suffering from crippling shortages of electricity. Well, I'm just assuming these things are successes. I'm not even checking. All right, let's go for the big boy. All right, we've invaded. Oh, he actually has troops here. Difficult landing, poor visibility. Oh, that's a shame. All right, we have the requisite amount of electricity. Again, during war, our economy just boom. It's great. Everything just slots into place. That's how I built it. So I'm actually very excited that it's working. Ah, that's what it wants me to invade. Okay, let's do that. Were we not able to land? Oh, we were able to land. Wait, did you land? What? And there's no one here, right? So just, I don't know, have at it. I'd like to point out I was merely defending myself. Not really much point flooding more men. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is where things are going to start to get tricky. What? How are you winning these? You're going to get forced out now. He has a high kill rate. Average unit value. So do we. He actually modernized his army. It's not as, like, easy as it was before. The only reason I'm able to push him back out of here was because I was raiding. I'm gonna go invade Ukraine. I'm gonna go invade Luhansk. Let's go. Off you pop. I'm assuming the attrition's gonna start to kill you. Cancel. What the hell? How did he live? What the? How did you land? how did you land, bud? What the hell is my navy for? Why does he have a navy out here? How do I cancel naval? How do changing orders will cancel naval? That's exactly what I want. Okay, I need you to raid any convoy that comes through here. This is bad. Yo, I got naval invaded. That's actually really cool that the AI did that. I mean, he should start to collapse just purely because we're raiding the absolute hell out of him. He came to our home islands. A bold choice. Yeah, he's not making it out of here. Alright, my war support will go... It says it can't go below 0. Oh, he's bloody raiding. Can I escort convoys here? How are you doing? The fact that you're still up here, I have no idea how you've done that. Why can't you dip below 0? I have to conquer Vanuatu, Tahiti, and Fiji. Alright, let's get to it. Naval invasion. That's Nauru. Where's Tahiti? Fiji. Naval invasion. Tahiti. Oh, I accidentally pulled out. Ah, that's fine. Oh, he's traveling to the Alaska front. Dude. Really? I'll go after Puerto Rico. I'll swear to God. I want Dahomey war reparations. And liberate the peoples of Puerto Rico. Okay, yeah, the Russians are gonna kill themselves over here. There's no way on earth you can supply that. They just left my little outcropping. Oh wait, the Spanish backed down? They did! Nice. Yeah, there's no earthly way you have supply. Absolutely. For this many? For 457? There's, no, ridiculous. No, don't travel to the Alaska front. I need you to naval invade more things. So what do I need to start reducing your theism? So let's have a look. Vanuatu, West Micronesia. So interesting way of playing the game. Vanuatu, go. You're raiding me over here. Yeah, okay. I'll do that back. Ooh, he's got 50% naval convoys over here. Does that help? Should do, surely. We're both suffering from so much attrition. There's countless men dying for no reason. Ooh, taxation capacity, that'll help. Oh god, I've not been building anything. Well, I have like a surplus of literally everything. You give me a massive oil rig. There you go. How many people have died in this war? I've lost 150,000. Okay, not as many as I thought. I thought we'd be in the millions by now. Yeah, for whatever reason, You're not escorting anything, like, handily. No, boys, please! The insistence of them just to, like, charge into the next front and die is very amusing, but kind of ridiculous. Okay, we just need to naval invade that, and then we'll be through. Why do you have 50% attrition? Where's that from? I'm escorting convoys to you. There's no reason why you should, It's because he's convoy raiding. So if I'm, okay, again, if I'm escorting convoys, and he's raiding convoys, why am I not allowed to fight him? It doesn't make any sense to me. Because I can raid convoys in the same place, or I can patrol, like, this coast, right? But it doesn't, like, it says it will seek out and destroy any enemy vessels, and if this will protect shipping lanes against convoy raiders. It doesn't do it. It just doesn't do it. All right, we're both gonna sit here and defend the front. No one's gonna do anything. Kitsune, get out of here. Wait, did I do the wrong one? Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh, well. In fact, you go advance the front. You go chill. What else do I need to get you down now? This is the longest war I've ever had to bloody fight. Conquer West Micronesia. Did you fail to do that? How did you fail to conquer West Micronesia? East Micronesia. West Micronesia. Did he rebuff you? Does he have people there? With one other air. What happened to the other one? Oh god, it splintered too. He's got 100% attrition. But why? 25%. 22%. Does he now, like, is he stable now? Who's going there? Did you conquer the Philippines? Okay, I think he did conquer. Nice, he conquered Micronesia. Okay, maybe it's a different HQ? Screw it. I want you to naval invade Alaska. Go. More men into the meat grinder, boys! Does not matter, our economy continues to grow. We're actually closing in on the number 3 great power. Alright, he's advanced in. Right, let's see if you get attrition as well. He doesn't, he's just assaulting from behind. Let's go. I've got 20 more flotillas in reserve. Okay. Flotillas. He's sending more men here. Oh, it's a naval battle! Finally! We caught something! He's in Archangelisk. Okay. What the hell is going on here? There's so many different fronts. You just shifted over to the other front. Okay. You go there. This is why this war game... This is why this war system gets clowned on, man. Look at this. Alright, we're actually starting to catch ships now. Nice. We also have another 20 in reserve. I don't know where. I can just promote you guys, right? No, I want smaller ones. Did you go into Russia proper? Hey, there we go. We conquered a bunch of territory. The islands are ours, boys. We did it. Right, and I think that is where we're going to leave it for today. We are just on the cusp of the 20th century. We've got a bunch of oil rigs. That was a lot of fun. And we stayed isolationist throughout. France seemingly had an insane game, so did the US. But our GDP is catching up rapidly to theirs. I don't think it is. But still. Oh, what? The British GDP is back. Oh, it's number 1. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah, I think if I were to continue this, I'd probably go and conquer the US. Just because why not? Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Right, lads, if you did enjoy, please do make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Please do put anything else that you want me to do in the comments down below. Perhaps I should start as Greenland and see if I can create Scandinavia from that. I'm really enjoying Victoria 3. I'm actually planning on a video where a bit more of a video essay kind of thing, where I just detail the changes that I would personally think would benefit the game. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm not seeing that many content creators start to make content on it. Obviously, that was the initial wave. But not consistently, and I think that it shows that there's a bit of work that needs to be done here. But I think there's a lot of potential in this game, a lot. I always have fun playing it, which is why I always put it on the channel. You guys seem to enjoy watching it, which is great. But yeah, I think like a video essay style video explaining everything that I think would be beneficial in the game would be kind of cool. I'm not like, for example, one proud Bavarian who is a literal god at this kind of stuff. So, but I don't know. I feel like I represent a point of view from like A, content creation, and B, just sort of casual having fun versus things being exactly what they should be. And that's kind of where I sit and why I think it'd be fun to make that video. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, lads, I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Huge shout out to our patrons, most notably Charlie Demerel, Crilly, Flyerton, JDow52, Cargon, Sjalmi, Lewis Wright, Nicole's Christ, QA Shard, Redguard, and ShadowSinger. Your support means a lot, guys. Whilst you're here, you might as well click on another video. I mean, it's literally right there.